Okay, great. Nah, I don't think. Hey, I'm back, guys. I don't think I need to do a full restart of the PC. The second icon has now disappeared. I had to literally go through my task manager and click off all the extra instances um, of it. So I'm just so it seems to there seems to be something there, but I'm not quite sure what it was. But bear with me. I'm just trying to sort out whatever the hell this was. I'm just going to check if my where the next cam? I'm just checking the inside of my computer. Well, not literally, but I'm checking through the settings. I just want to make sure that it's fine. Like the fans are working over. Oh, it seems like the fans are working overdrive at the moment. Current clock speed 690. PC monitoring. I'm just gonna watch that for a second. I'm just watching the GPU stuff. I'm just watching to see what's going on. Yeah, the temperature seems fine. 50. Yeah, it's not. It's like half. It's not too bad. Like it is clocking in fast, so it is taking up a lot of. It is intensive. It is intensive on my card, but it shouldn't be too crazy. Let's put into like performance cooling, and that should help. I can actually hear the fans running down I can just hear them just about now that I'm increasing their strength just to kind of keep it cool, because that might be causing it could be a temperature issue, but it's clocking the fans on the GPU. They're dropping down rapidly right now at least, but I think there could have been an issue there that it might have been overheating. Or something, not 100% sure, but there was a big spike at one point, like double what it was all stream, and then so it was. I'm going to actually show you what I see on my screen, so you can just it's easier to give you a visual than just me saying this. So basically, here, if I'm watching my GPU, okay, so you can see this is it all stream. Nice, solid, about 690 or thereabouts, and then the clock speed jumps. It like goes from 645 to 1605. So it's just like there was like a huge intensity on it, and now it's gone back down to fine. It just had a spike there again. The temperature is starting to cool. It's starting to go down. It's starting to cool off a bit, as well. So it's just kind of bouncing for some reason. So I'm just trying to figure out all that stuff. But the load and all that seems to be fine. Yeah. So I just have to fix around one or two things. So I just need to make sure that that it's protected. Otherwise, there could be a bad issue, and I don't want that, obviously. So whatever this and this is a good graphics card, so like my CPU is amazing, like it's fucking state of the art, but the graphics card is probably like about 4 years old, 3-4 years old, but it's not that old, you know what I'm saying? It's not that it's not ancient, but new technology. Like once you get a graphics card, there's gonna be a new one out to replace and make it look old in like 5 months or something. So yeah, the clock speed should be a lot lower than what it is right now. It should have been back to its previous levels. So I'm just trying to see, was there anything that I could probably just get off, remove. That's not going to be an issue there. We'll load back up the game again, and hopefully that will lighting. I should turn off the light. Well, I don't think the lighting is going to be an issue, but I'll just turn it off anyway. Yeah, just turning off the lighting as well. I'm literally making sure that everything's just like, yeah, the GPU's now like dropped 4 points in temperature, so that will help, I'm sure. So the cooling is definitely kicking in a bit. But like, it's still not dangerous. Like 50 degrees it's fine. It's not that warm. time to send it back to the the PC repair guy. You know, the 3 months. That guy was a joke. When I sent it to the new guys, they fixed it very quickly. Now I will probably have to eventually. Like I wouldn't have expected for another like year or two that I'd have to get a new graphics card, because as I said, this graphics card is good. It's a good graphics card, but maybe for, let's say, the newest of the newest games, like let's say this for example, it might start to, you know, after a while it might start to like really hit the GPU, you know. So but if you look at my graphics card is about that big. It's fucking huge beast. It's like a fucking chunk. I don't know even how it fits in the case, but it just about fits in the case. It's nuts. But okay, I'm just going to keep this minimized down in the corner of my screen, and I'm just going to kind of watch it every so often just to see if there's any issues with the overall stuff. So I'm just going to start up the game again. Because I had to turn it off when I turned off everything else there. Not a full restart, just kind of small, and just see if there's issues. But as you guys know, it was completely fine for almost 2 hours of gameplay there. Then all of a sudden I exited from the screen and then it acted up. So. But let's hope now we won't have any issues. So I'm just logging in. At least it logs in quite quickly. Let's just hope it will work. This is my way to test if it's working. Yeah, it seems to be okay. I think we like he's okay. I'm trying to make him twirl, but he's twirling fast. Okay, that seems good. Okay, I think that solved that little change, fixed it. So that's good, guys. We're back. We just have to run back to where we were, though. That's the only downside, I guess. But that's fine. We can handle that. Artillery Shrine. Divine weapons, yet are worthy. Not sure what that is. Oh, cool. That's pretty cool looking. What? Oh, it's an emote.
Thanks.
Okay, just completed that side quest on my way over here, so... Oh. Hello, ghouls. Lots of ghouls. They're just gang raping me. It's fine. Oh Jesus, there's even more. Like, this would be nice if I had like proper AoE, but I don't have like an AoE ability yet. So I can't like kill lots of them like in just like one hit or anything. So just make my way back over to this quest area. And here we are. Perfect.
More strangers in the camp.
Do I have to repeat this again? Okay, I'm just going to skip the cutscene this time, guys, as we just saw it before I had to exit out of the game and come back into it.
She did.
So let's... there we go. Open the door. Let's begin this dungeon. But this dungeon, we have some company. It's a story dungeon.
damn hoist is stuck. We've got to go on foot.
Of course it is.
Look out!
So we have some risen miners. To think of it, all these miners that died and returned to as returning as ghouls.
Charm on your wrist.
It's mine now, girl. She gave it to me when I let her and her friend pass through.
I should really start selling some gear soon. I don't have much space. It's just... Now, every so often you'll find chests out in the world. Sometimes I might have nice stuff in it, but just not yet. I have every armor piece except for a helmet and 2 rings at the moment. So... And I'm level 7 at the moment too, so it's all good.
Maybe we should go back. Round up the knights.
And leave my mother in Lilith's care for as long as that will take? No. I'm going on.
Oh, little cave in.
Beams are too damn old.
Took a little bit of damage from the cave in. So we are pretty much in search for her mother. And finding out what happened to the previous expedition that came down here. The Night's Watch. Now these computer-controlled friendly characters, they have their own little abilities and stuff, so... oh, it looks like we have... Yep. We have a little bit of an elite monster there, this Grave Skeleton. He's a waller, so as you can see, he tries to trap you in between the walls. Which can be a bit nasty if you're, you know... If you're a squishy character like I currently am. Once I get another level or 2, it'll be much better. Because the next level, which I almost have another level, I'll get my Frost Nova. That'll be a big difference. And then the next level, I'll have my Ice Barrier. So that's going to give me a lot of defensiveness. But just right now, I'm still a little bit too squishy for my liking. But of course, to account for that, the enemies aren't difficult. No, they'll do a little bit of damage, but nothing too crazy. Oh, speaking of which, here's my skill point. So this time I'm going to put the point into my Frost Nova. So Frost Nova, pretty much I can freeze the targets in place for 3 seconds. So it's a nice controlling ability to help me, sort the area, come to my senses, get an awareness of the area. Also, if I get ambushed or something, I can easily remedy the situation. Now, when they're frozen, I'm going to be able to do extra damage to them as well, thanks to my ice shards. So they do an extra 25% damage when they're frozen.
No lift. The jam must be deeper down. Locked.
Over here. I can squeeze through to the other side.
Wait, hold on. And there she goes.
And while she goes, we have to deal with some units. So when we get a bit of a bigger group of guys, I'm going to show you the Frost Nova and show how that works. Like now. Oh, there's a bit of in-game lag again. So as you can see, it just freezes everything around you. Now Frost Nova has a bit of a long cooldown. Currently 24 seconds.
I've got it.
There's like this Blood Magus. A little bit of a new enemy there. A little kind of like a mini boss type thing, but, very straightforward again.
That was quick thinking.
Sure.
More cave-ins. Now, if you notice that you're a little bit damaged and you have a health potion on the ground, you might as well just heal the damage and just pick up the new health potion. There's no point in keeping yourself a little bit hurt.
I'm sure she had good reason.
Now, lots of there's abilities later on that will be affected by a health status. So there's a health status called Healthy. So as long as you're above 80%, it will trigger this status. but only if there's particular like items or abilities that require it. So I know that like on the druid, for example, I had some abilities that required me to be healthy.
Dead end.
And I think there's also, you can do some options with the sorceress with the same type of thing.
Damn mine's caving in.
So keeping high health can be advantageous too. There might be even abilities that will be beneficial if you're low health.
I'm not ready yet.
Do another Frost Nova. Freeze them in place. Just have to remember that I have that Frost Nova. Just have to get my... remember to keep doing it. So there's some new minions now called Reverence. They're a little bit bigger. Probably a bit tankier in general too. I collected a couple of wands, but they're less than my staff. Now the wands are one-handed weapons. So, unlike my staff, which is a two-handed weapon. So with a wand, I can equip like this, these small books, which will have extra stats in them. Pretty much whatever is like better at the time, like whether it's a one-hand or a two-hand, that's the main thing. Now eventually I'm going to get legendary upgrades and drops. Now the legendaries can really change around your gameplay. Right now I have none, but I'm at the start of the game. One of the, I guess, best things about these type of games is hunting and farming for these legendary drops, right? And they always scale to your level as well, so they might not be useful forever. So Frost Nova again. Just a bit of crowd control. I'm being a bit too stupid. I'm standing too close to the enemies there. Lots of archers. I was just a little bit too cocky. I'm like, I can take it. I can tank the damage. Although I did, but... You know, it shouldn't be something I should be getting used to.
An opening.
Silence Jim, I'm doing well, man. Enjoying the opening to Diablo 4, despite a couple of issues on my end. That wasted me a bit of time.
The tunnel's closed.
But so far seems to be okay again.
We're trapped without the hoist.
Look, there she is. That statue. It's her.
It's
The way
Lilith.
I saw her.
Lilith.
We need to find my mother.
So we're getting quite deep into these mines. So we'll have to get down deeper and find out, is Lilith down here? Is her mother down here? What happened to the other guardsmen? Good lord, you're hot. How's Diablo 4 measure up to the hype? Thank you, Hero. Yeah, so far it's going really good, but I have played the beta a few months ago. The open beta, so it's just rethreading similar steps for me. But so far, really good. And the servers have been pretty stable. There is lag on the servers a little bit, but it's to be expected.
We need reinforcements.
No, we can.
What was that?
It came from beyond the gate.
Then we will check beyond the gate, won't we? Gate of Kasama.
The escort.
I'd Karen, big muscle flexing, welcome to you. Thanks for pressing the follow button. You have a nice smile. Thank you.
Over there.
Teeth are very important to me. A nice smile is very important to me, so I always wanted to make sure I had nice teeth as well. Like, the journey with my teeth has been a long one.
A woman.
I'm currently playing a sorcerer. I'm focusing on ice, a frost build. At least initially.
She wasn't human. She was a demon, like the statue. Claims she mothered Sanctuary. It was a dead bloodbath.
The other woman, Vinod. Where is she?
She begged for her life. Lilith spared her, let her deeper in. Give up, girl. She's lost. You must listen. Steel did nothing. Spells, prayers, all useless. Go to Corval. Tell Pro. Raise the army. The father. Evil itself mocks Sanctuary. Do this for me.
He's dead.
I'm done for. Your mother told me this trinket would bring good fortune. To think I trusted her.
She bribed you with it, didn't she? You weren't supposed to let her through at all. But it's not too late. She can still be saved.
Not by me. Not anymore. Prava will know what to do.
You're leaving us? Abandoning her?
There's nothing left to abandon. She's good as dead. I'm sorry, kid.
He really just left us. It's up to us now.
Alright. How big is the inventory? So this is the inventory space. So everything takes up like one slot. So it's not that big at all, unfortunately, the inventory. But the good thing is that some things are split. So like quest items and things like that, they're split into different parts. So at least they don't take up your main tab. So that's good. And then you have if you have a different slot for some of the for like elixirs and things. So there's not much space, but at least things are split into different things, so they don't take up everything. Also, materials and things, crafting materials and stuff, they're put into their own special their own special slot as well. So you don't have to worry about crafting materials taking up your inventory, like you can see here. They're all here. So there's a few good changes. Plum Cash, Big Muscle Flexing, welcome to you. Thanks for pressing the follow button. Nice was worried Blizzard was doing the IP dirty there for a while. Yeah, Hero, they were doing the IP dirty with Immortal, and Diablo 3 wasn't, ideal. It wasn't that bad of a game, but come on, it wasn't, amazing either.
How your mind.
Now it seems to be back to form, at least.
Yes, I am Lilith, mother of Sanctuary. Daughter of hatred. I have what you seek. You hunger for knowledge. You dragged your child all over Sanctuary in pursuit of it.
No, I taught her how to survive.
Is that what you want to believe? Drop the act. You have questions. I have answers. I know the fabric of the cosmos.
Everything I've read has warned me against you.
You've read so much, yet know so little. Will you accept my offer?
I don't know. Will you let me try? I want to try.
Your mother is alive. She came this way with Lilith.
How can you be sure?
Sometimes I see visions of the past. I saw them.
What? How?
Lilith's petals. Her blood was fed to me once.
It was literally a few hours ago, probably game time, that happens. Like, she was fed to me once. How long have I been working out? I've been working. This is my 13th year. Okay, we have some new demons now. Oh, these ones blow up, so we have to be a bit careful. We have these overseers and we have shamans as well, which revive the smaller guys. So we have 3 new enemies now. So we have these little vile ones. Some of them can blow up, so they can detonate, and then we have the shamans, which can revive them. And we have overseers, which are the bigger ones here. They're a little bit more tanky, obviously do a lot more damage if they hit you. And I gotta level up, which I'll do as soon as the area is clear, and it is. So, okay, now I'm going to get my ice armor. That's going to give me some good survivability. So I got my Frost Nova before, now I'm going to get my ice armor. So making my way nicely through. It's going to take 3 more points to get down into the next set. So it takes a while to get down. But plenty of choices on the way down, so ice armor should be quite good. What do I eat? The skin is glowing. What do I eat? I eat a lot of things. Eat barbarian, eat, says G Miles. I'll have a yogurt in a little bit. I just finished my smoothie, but thank you, G Miles. I'll have a yogurt in a little bit. Which reminds me, actually, that Eat Redemption.
I'm not ready yet.
Is going to be a bit of a hazard, basically. Because when I was bulking for the last like 8 months or so, when I was bulking, I was fine, the whole food one. But now that I'm starting to cut down and I'm, you know, lowering my calories and such, I have to be a bit more careful with what I eat, and especially the time as well when I eat. But yeah, so like in terms Phantom Shade, thank you very much for the compliment though. But it's a mixture of many things. It's not just a food. Like I drink lots of water, which obviously is very good for your skin. But I do have a good skin regime that I do every day, and that's the big secret, to be honest. A good skin regime. So if you don't have a good skincare regime, guys, I think it might be a good time to start if you haven't already. No matter how young or even old you are, like, to be honest, like, I wish I started my skincare routine like years ago, you know? Like, because they always say the younger you start, the better, because it's going to affect you in the long term. So if you don't have a good one now, it's never too late to learn to, you know, pick it up a little bit, present yourself maybe a little bit better, at least your skin, if needs be. Now, if you already have a good routine, great, you know. But what I would suggest is every morning, of course, wash your face. You know, whatever method you want to use, whether it's straight water, whether it's hot water, cold water, or whether it's micellar water, which you get in a bottle, which takes off lots of the impurities. It's less harsh on your skin, like tap water, for example. Now, depending on where you live in the world, you might have hard water or soft water. It depends on what chemicals to put into your drinking water, right? So if you have micellar water, that can definitely help alleviate either one. So they're very cheap. Usually can be, well, for me it's maybe €1.50, €2 or something like that for a bottle, which could last me 2 or 3 months. You know, it's relatively inexpensive. So I usually cleanse my face with that first. I put it onto a cotton pad, and then I just pretty much wipe my face in the morning with the cotton pad with the micellar water. Once again, if you want to use water or soap or whatever you want to use, that's your choice. Then follow that up with, if needs be, exfoliate if you need to. Your skin might already be clear, so you might not have to. Too much exfoliation can be a bit harsh on your skin, so I wouldn't do it every day, maybe 2-3 times a week. Particularly if you have like breakouts that you notice, like blackheads, and you know, if you have blackheads, like generally if I get blackheads, they usually appear on my nose. So if anything, I might just do it around my T-zone area, the T-zone. If I was to do exfoliating, that's usually where I get that build up anyway. After that, if you have exfoliated, what I usually put on is I'll either go for a moisturizer with hyaluronic acid, or else I'll have a separate product with the hyaluronic acid included. It's very good for your skin. Once again, it can be very inexpensive, so look for a product with which has included the hyaluronic acid. If it's already in the moisturizer, awesome. If it's not, do it separate. So put on the serum, which is the hyaluronic acid. Probably will be in a serum, and then put on moisturizer after that. Literally 2-3 minutes in the morning, done. And you don't even have to worry about it then for the rest of the day. You can also do a little bit of it before you go to bed if you want. You don't have to, but they usually advise some sort of cream before you go to bed. I don't always. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends. Yeah. So that's just good habits. Yeah, like Hero says, it's just good to install those habits when you're early.
Yes.
Do you have faith in me?
As you can see, I drink a lot of water as well.
Good. For now, all you need know is that we are going to meet my son.
Rathma, the first necromancer.
He is that, and more. He is the key to my plans.
It sounds like they're searching for Lilith's son, Rathma. Together.
Mother, what are you thinking?
Okay. So we're finding a little bit of the story step by step as we continue. Just breaks up the action a little bit. So we're finding her mother, getting more information about Lilith along the way. No problem, Phantom. If there's anything else you want to know and I can help, I'll try my best. But like, I love discussing this type of stuff. I love discussing, you know, health and food and gym, and I love all that. So I can speak about it all the time, to be honest.
I'm not ready yet.
You can see the difference when I frost over them and when they get frozen. The moment I start using my shards, their health just drops, because every time there's an enemy frozen and they stay frozen for 4 seconds in a frost nova, my ice shards do an extra 25% damage, so it's very useful. It will be even better when I get the talent points to even, you know, increase that stuff, but just not yet. Now I'll have to get used to using my ice barrier as well, so this little barrier that's surrounding me, a block of ice. This will absorb damage. And also, from what I believe, I have to double check that talent that I used, because I'm doing a completely different talent tree than what I did on beta. Yeah, so when I also have my ice barrier active, every time I cast the ice shard, sorry, which is like my main damage dealer, it's going to treat enemies as if they were frozen, so I don't even have to put them into a frost nova, for example. I can just instantly just, as long as my barrier's on, a barrier, then it's going to treat them as if they're frozen. So basically, it's an extra 25% damage just right away. Like, very, very good. I'm just going to cut through all these now with my barrier on, as you can see. Just cuts through them. So this is going to be like my initial leveling build. I'll probably end up changing this build at some point as I progress into the game. But I think like playing a little bit more defensively, especially in the beginning, is not a bad idea.
I need time to prepare that.
Because at the start you're very weak, you have very little health, you don't have any legendaries, you don't have any really, you know, special stuff. So I don't see it as a bad idea. Ooh, I just got a nice upgrade. 1% to cold damage, that's good. Not the fire damage, not what I want. 3.5% damage to close enemies. So like this is where kind of once you start getting yellow quality gear, that's when when your gameplay starts to really change around. Obviously when you get legendary, that's when the big stuff comes into play potentially, if your build is suited for it. But now I'm starting to get some nice armor upgrades, just small little upgrades. Actually this is better. Nothing too significant, but at least look, it doesn't sound like much on paper, but 3.5% damage if an enemy's very close to me, which there will be when I'm Frost Nova them, and then 1% overall cold damage. It's, you know, it's little extras, but because your build that you currently have might not be suited for whatever item that drops, you know, which is just how it is. That's the RNG aspect to these type of loot games, right? Now these are the ones that blow up if they get close to you, so I'll be very careful of those ones in particular. Now the one big difference between the other Diablo games and this game, just right off the bat, is that every 6 seconds you can use this button here. It's called evade. Whoop. And evade is essentially a quick dodge. So for example, I can dodge right past him to evade attacks. So it makes it a little bit more action orientated. So if you need to quickly get out of the way of a boss, instead of like maybe using like a teleport when you get that or some other ability, you can just use evade. And like bosses do have lots of movement related mechanics. So yeah, you know, it's quite important to learn their movement and evade different skills and stuff when you can. Or you could just use it as a little bit of a little jump effect just to kind of push you forward every, you know, a few extra meters. Might save you 1 or 2 seconds of walking, who knows. But the evade isn't like a gigantic leap, it's not that far. But there you go. Raiders is ready. You know what, I'm a little bit drops active. No, I don't think there's any drops on I don't think there's any drops on Stream Raiders. See, I'm just a little bit nervous about loading up the Stream Raiders because that's where my stream started to cut out when I added it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto it, then cut off it again, just in case it like something happens. Because when we went onto the Stream Raiders like a half an hour ago, that's what, well, over half an hour ago, my GPU started messing up. And it's not like this is an intensive game to play, but yeah, it definitely caused issues. But we'll load it up anyway. The drops don't start until June 5th. Yeah, fair enough. I know they have like some special drops for certain creators that they pick. But yeah, I guess most drops probably don't drop until a little bit later. But that's okay. We, you know, on June 5th and whatever, you know, I can you know, you can watch the stream, and if there's drops active, then you'll get whatever the drops are. Your Twitter page is hot, says Ida Karen. Thank you very much. Fabian Ho, big muscle flexing, welcome to you, Fabian. Thanks for pressing the follow button. Now, if you want to join in with the Stream Raiders, if you're wondering what the hell is this in the background, this little pixel game, this is our community battleground game that we play every single stream, every 30 minutes or thereabouts. Every 5 minutes you can put a unit on the map, and you have 30 minutes maximum to do so. And then we just pretty much just let the battle roll role after that. So it's a bit of strategy involved, particularly when you get bigger armies and you can see what the army needs. Like if it needs more healers, if it needs some support, if it needs more tanks or DPS and stuff. And then at the end of each battle, you get some sort of reward as well to help you just increase your progress. Congratulations, Warren, Bayermax, and also Mutagas on some extra goodies there. Still far away from this next bonus battle pass. At least I completed the main battle pass rewards anyway. These are all bonus after this. So we'll jump into the next battle, guys. And once again, every 5 minutes you can place down a unit, and we'll jump and we'll keep this in the background while we play Diablo. So you're very welcome to join in, of course. So feel free to put units anywhere you want, wherever you feel is best. You can look at the map and go from there. Actually, let me just turn that off just in case it gives me an issue with the GPU. That seems to be fine, at least so far. Do you swim as part of working out as well, or mostly working out? I only work out. I don't do any swimming. Swimming is very good if you do swim, or you have a swimming pool in your gym or near you. It's very good too. So it's a very good form of cardio. Plus, it will use your muscles anyway. But the only downside, realistically, with swimming is just to be careful to maybe not do it the day after you work out. Let's say your legs maybe, or if you do a lot of shoulders, because when you're swimming, you're going to use a lot of legs in particular, right? And you're going to be using a lot of the shoulders as you're going through the water. So you might be putting a lot of extra pressure on those 2 points, and they're trying to recover after that workout day. So if you were to do swimming, maybe just try, have at least about 24 hours between whether it was a shoulders or a legs day or something like that, just to be safe that they're recovering nicely. But that's the only thing I'd advise. Outside of that, swimming's great for you if you can do it. I'm not really a swimmer, to be honest, but plus my gym doesn't have a pool, so it's no big worry to me. I can go outside, I can go into the pool, I can I can go and walk, I can jog, I can, go on the treadmills, or if I need to do cardio, which I have to do, unfortunately. Ugh. Hate cardio. I hate cardio with a passion. I think most gym people, especially muscle people, they hate cardio. I think it's just one of those things you get used to, but I just never could get used to. The only time I really like cardio is if it's in a class setting. To me, at least, that's fun. So if it's a spinning class, I love spinning. So I used to teach spinning as a personal trainer. I used to teach it a lot. So I was super fucking fit on the bike. But they are fun to teach. I love teaching them, but I haven't done them in ages.
Blocked again. Does Lilith know we're coming?
The twins will hold me up. Oh, little mini boss. I should really be focused here. That's a Hellbinder. Okay, so she bangs you. Nice and straightforward. Easy peasy.
You've mastered your fear, but I still sense your pain. You miss your daughter.
My magpie. She's scared right now. She must be.
God damn it.
Or stay. It is time to choose.
I trained her well. She's a good kid. Strong. She'll be all right.
You've chosen well, my child. To reach Rathma, we will need to cross a lake at the bottom of these ruins. It requires a ritual. I will teach you.
As you wish, Mother.
Good. You're ready for lesson 1. Blood. is the key.
What did you see this time? I don't need sparing. Tell me.
Lilith plans to teach your mother a ritual. One that needs blood. Your mother seemed receptive.
We have to reach them.
Indeed. Renan, hello, happy Pride Month. Yeah, happy Pride Month to you as well, Renan, and anyone, of course, who celebrates Pride. You know, so big happy Pride Month. And just for your awareness, I'm just going to change screen just very briefly. I came for the titty and stay for the titty. So just for your awareness as well, during the Pride Month, during this month, there's 10% off all J4Pay content, which is you can check my link tree for that, and you'll know exactly what J4Pay is. But there's 2 videos every week there. There's 10% off for the month, and a good thing on top of that is that 5% of all new subscriptions during the month of June are going to go to charity as well. So there's 10% off the J4Pay. So there's 2 new videos every month, new content there for myself, including one just yesterday, actually. So there's 10% off for the month and 5% of the total of all new subscribers during that month goes directly to charity. And the charities Belong To, which is an Irish organisation which helps the youth, the LGBTQIA plus youth, and helps them with lots of different youth services, and you know, things like suicide prevention, and you know, all that stuff that they may need, education and stuff. So very worthwhile charity. I was talking about it at the start of the stream. So if you want to look at the website, it's called Belong To, belong2.ie. But I'll be making a video at the end of the month, well, at the start of the next month, realistically, putting all together the proceeds and then sending them off to that charity. So I'll be updating you guys throughout the month, and of course after the Pride Month ends with the donation itself. So it's all legitimate, it's all, you know, it's just my way of giving back to the community with pretty much with a structure that I didn't have as a teenager, for example, or even as a kid, which could have been very useful to me back then, but it is what it is. But at least I can do my part this month and raise a little bit of money for charity, which will be 5% of all the J4Pay subscriptions. So feel free to check that out. If you checked it out before, at least there's a 10% discount attached. But if you haven't checked it out before, also know that there is there is 5% that goes to charity. Queen Deaf Non-Binary, big muscle flexing, welcome to you, Queen. Thanks for pressing the follow button. Let's go back to some Diablo, guys. Okay. You know what it is? I think it's when I change the screen. That's what it seems to be. It's when I change the screen on OBS. That's what does it. That's what makes my GPU freak out. So there's something with changing the screen, it seems, that that causes my RPMs to go nuts. So yeah, my CPU jumps up when I change screens. So I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I think I'm going to have to just be a bit careful with going to the main screen. So it seems that when I stay on the gaming side of things, it's fine. But the moment I switch over to my main screen, which is what I did there, that's when the game will lag. Not that it lags in the game itself, but it lags on the stream. So what I'm going to probably have to do, now that I've noticed what seems to be the issue when it happens, is I'm going to probably just have to very quickly turn off OBS, which means the stream will turn off for about 10 seconds, and then I'll just switch it back on again and it should be okay. So I'm just going to double check if that's the case in the game right now. Yeah. As you can see, it's stuttering, right? Like, to me, it's fine. When I look at it on my screen, it's fine. But look, even at me, I'm stuttering. I'm being like, I'm laggy, right? So yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. So it's when I switch the screens to the other screens that are not the gaming one, it causes an issue with my OBS. Only with this game. I don't know what it is. It's only this game. So I think to be on the safe side, I'll just stick on this gaming screen. Once I start Diablo in the future, just remind me, never go on to the other screens. Just stay on the gaming screen and do everything here. So I think I finally found out what that issue was, because it only happened when I switched the screen there. Redding Can, Big Muscle Flexing, thank you very much for the support. Thank you very much for the Prime Gaming subscription. Enjoy the little unicorn emote, which will get bigger and shinier as your subscription runs on, if you do future subscriptions in the future. And also you get access to all of my lovely unicorn emotes as well. So enjoy that. And also no ads for the whole month of Pride. Woo! So not a bad thing either. So thank you very much for the support there, helping to pay the electricity and internet bills. So guys, what I'm going to do, I just have to very quickly restart my OBS software, which means the stream is going to shut down for about 10-15 seconds. So just bear that in mind. It's going to go blank for about 10-15 seconds or thereabouts, okay? But don't worry, I'll be back. I just have to restart the software because it's messing up on me right now. So just be right back. Bear with me a second, okay? And hey, Twitcher Jeff, and hey, Wayne's World Gaming as well. Hope you're keeping well, guys. So give me 10-15 seconds, guys, and I'll be right back. Alu Jan, Big Muscle Flexing, welcome to you as well. Thanks for pressing follow. Be right back.